Oh god, is this bitch again? What the hell did she say? Alright.
So this pretty much is where it always ends up, right? So it begins with, I don't like this anime and manga, blah, 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 blah. And then it turns into, well, I mean, what else do you call it? Racism. They're basically trying to imply that the entire nation of Japan is so predatory that no woman is safe in that country. And
This is actually crazy that I'm being called a racist for this. And I'm being called a racist for highlighting predatory facts that happen in Japan. Is it not truth that in Japan there are trains for women to ride just with other women because of the sexual crimes that have happened so often on train journeys? Yes.
Can I just say, I feel like maybe her heart is like in a good place originally, but she's so intent on like dying on this hill that she's willfully embracing this, you know, this fact, which, I mean, it is a fact, but she's like misunderstanding it on purpose almost. Yes! Everyone's aware of it. Some Japanese trains have a separate cart for women. Yes, there are bad apples that will take advantage of the rush hour and the cramped trains to grope women. That problem exists everywhere you go, by the way, just so we're clear. But the woman-only carts weren't created because of a mass groping problem. They were created because the trains in Japan are so cramped because there's so many people and there's like a rush hour and so tightly packed that women didn't want to feel uncomfortable by being packed like sardines with a man. I wouldn't, even in America, I wouldn't like doing that. She has no other options. She backshits, she misses wrongs. So the only path for her is to double down with her attitude. I think like if she just ignored it and didn't say anything, didn't make a response video, didn't do anything, I don't know. I just think she would probably be fine. Just ignore it, not say anything. We're not even done yet, by the way, chat. Let's keep it going.
It is a non-disputable fact. It's not racist. And to call it racist is to put me behind a wall and to belittle Japanese women and the struggle that they go through on a daily basis. And, you know, since you don't like to come with facts, Rev, I've come with facts.
What? Rev made a response video stating facts and how laws are different in different countries. Why does she insist on like saying that he didn't come with facts when he did?
Is an article from Japan. I came with receipts since obviously you don't have to take my word for this. I translated it over on Google Images, and this is what it says, because 40% of victims are under the age of 10. 40% of victims in Japan of sexual assault and molestation are under the age of 10. Just let that sink in for a second. So this is another Japanese.
Nobody's ever denied it. That's what's cringe about this. I don't know why we're even making this react and this argument. Like, yes, I'm right. It's like, what? An article of public safety isn't relevant. That's everywhere. But that's not even the point I'm trying to make. Like, nobody's denied this. Rev didn't say, oh, you're wrong. He just said you're being fucking racist.
Survey. And it says, survey in Japan finds 1 in 10 young people have suffered molestation offenses. This one is from a study of 16 to 29-year-olds. And it breaks down, you know, where it happens. Oh, look! On the...
How many people? How many people, though? How many people were in the study? The survey is carried on 2 stages. 36,000 people who took the screening. 13.6% say they've been victims of chikan. Ah, okay. 36,000 is a lot, but it's not that many either. From Japan's population, that's still pretty low. These are old. If I recall correctly, like 2017, Japan addressed all this. I'm sure there's more than 36,000 people that drive Japan. Like, you really need to get like a lot more people, probably double or triple this.
It breaks down, you know, where it happens. Oh, look. On the train. This is also from Nippon.com, your doorway to Japan. It is a Japanese site. Apparently I'm racist though, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
That's not the point. Why does it matter that drugs don't molest people? It's such a slippery slope argument, in my opinion. And again, I think it's because she's doubling down. I think that her heart's probably originally was in a good place, but because she went and kind of like basically attacked Asmon and took him out of context, by the way, completely out of context. She wants to die on this hill, and now she's doubling down. And she got community noted too. The community review is wrong! Oh, here we go! You can't compare laws between different countries, and anyone with any knowledge of the law would know this is an uneducated base. The laws in Ireland, the culture to coming forward in Ireland, what is defined as SA, are all very different to Japan's laws. Laws can be compared between different countries. This is called comparative law. I love that it got community noted again. They are different, but you can compare them. You can. That's the whole point. There's international laws that get rewritten because of what happens. Intentional ignorance? I think so. Hey guys, look at those old 2017 statistics that have been addressed. We need to censor anime and trust the UN, which is worse than literally every country by itself, and it's not close. And the UN is also not like Japanese. It's a entity that exists outside of Japan, and they're trying to dictate it. For example, I know this is like an extreme example, but imagine if the UN said, hey, America, you have a lot of shootings, you should start banning guns. Like, do you get it? Like, that's kind of extreme, right? It's a very extreme example. But it's like, what the fuck, man? Like, you're not even, what are you doing? People already get pissed off that the government is, you know, trying to intervene with, like, gun control and all that, but you think that UN should dictate that kind of, like, thing? Why did she delete her video about Asmon if she's right, by the way? Yeah, no, it's so weird that she did that, too. Why did she delete the video if she's so correct? And that everyone responding to her is misunderstanding her or taking her out of context. I watched the response. I watched Rev's like video. She completely changed her argument from anime as a problem to Asmon is perpetuating it to look at these old stats that prove my original point. Yes. No, it's really, that's why I'm saying she's backed herself into a corner and then she's getting upset about it. Deleted the video because she knew it was probably dumb, and I don't know. I think if you're smart enough, you would just ignore it and like hope it passes over. So let me read this. Maybe check the statistics in other countries and try again. You should really think and research before you speak and generalize entire countries in gross ways like this. I cover this in my video on YouTube, but different societies define SA differently. Yeah, and in colleges in America, there's a statistic out there, and not even like a real statistic, but it's stupid that people try to make that like a real thing. There's a statistic in colleges in America that people surveyed women, and they said that harassment it was including like a man walking up to a woman and asking for a date. There's different levels in different countries, man. It's so hard to define as well. And there's a statistic of, oh well, you know, certain countries have a stigma. Like you can't, it's like comparing apples to oranges. You can't really do it. I covered this in my video. Second essay, rates can be expressed with different indicators, from the number of offenses known to or recorded by police to the number of arrests. To compare our rates that use different indicators is to compare apples and bananas. You should read up and research before saying gross things. What? How is this gross? The thing is, I didn't have anything to gross to you. I'm not a bully. I can only hope that you eventually see the error in your approach to things. Have a good day. I hope you and your partner read up on things before you make videos pushing your unaware narrative next time. Smiley face. This is so cringe. It's so passive aggressive. Bro! So you Wookiees tourists support UN banning anime because it said misogyny and violence to women and girls. It is like the old argument, video caused violence, but let's see what UN peacekeeper is doing. Oh. Yeah, don't look up Haiti though. Don't look up Haiti. The population of Ireland is 5.2 million compared to Japan's 124 million. The rate per 100,000 is going to be much higher. Basic math. Wait. No! It's per 100k, you dumb. Oh my god, that is actually so funny. Basic maths. No, like for a minute I was like, you know, when your brain's trying to understand what this means, and then I was like, wait a minute. It's 100k per. That's the whole fucking point. It's real, she deleted it. Oh my god. There's more to this? Oh Christ. Oh, cheese and crackers. Uh-oh. Let's play the video through the audio.
Apparently in like chapter 17, he basically mounts her in the middle of the school.
Oh, she's talking about this scene!
In front of everyone. Like, this anime was banned from Viz Media. It's so weird. And there's so many people that are defending it. Then they're saying stuff like, you know what kids are like in high school, you know, that's just, you know, it's just giving a good description of what it was like to be a kid at 16 years old. It's like, just say you like seeing 15-year-old girls naked, you file.
What? But the whole thing is that it's embarrassing. Okay, for those that don't understand, it's basically like a Ghostbusters anime, kind of. And it's a comedy. Like, it's supposed to be stupid. Like, oh, they got teleported after they were done fighting a boss, right? Yeah, there's like context to it. It's not sexual.
As a 29-year-old woman, I have no business watching that.
Yeah, it's a grown comedy.
Do you know what? It just drives me mad, because this is why I need mangakas to have their pictures on the back of manga, because that is a predator. What age is the dude that wrote Dandadan? The author is Yukinobu Tatsu. Oh, look, he doesn't show his face. I wonder why. What age is he?
No mangakas really show their face. Like, that's a thing. What is that even? That's not why. Why do you label it as, like, all mangakas don't show their face because they're predators? They all do it. Yeah, some of them just choose to never show their face. Some of them do show their face, but they also go under a pseudonym. Ah, the old anonymous coward argument. Yeah, I'm a VTuber and I'm anonymous.
Most mangakas don't show their face because they want to remain anonymous. I'd want to remain anonymous too if I was writing inappropriate stories about underage children. 30 seconds.
It's not inappropriate. It's the context of the story. By the way, mangas are written for teens, like those shonens. Oh my god, she's really grasping at straws for this, really, truly. Like, it's misrepresenting the entire story for Dandadan. It, again, without spoiling, it's like Ghostbusters. Nobody else can, like, it's like a mix of, like, Ghostbusters and Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, the people can't see the ghosts, so, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got teleported out, and everybody's like, what the f***? Why are you, like, you know, like, they're fighting, like, some sort of, like, boss, and they get teleported into the real world, and they're, like, they're in their underwear, and it looks stupid, and everyone's laughing at them, and it's supposed to be, like, embarrassing and silly. It's such a misrepresentation. What about all the books I had to read at school that are about teens getting abused and doing drugs? I was required to read that shit. Does she want that banned too? That's actually a really good point. When I was a teenager, there was a book about a girl. I think it was a German author, or it was translated from another language. It was about a girl that realized that showing off more skin would make boys like her more, but then it turns out it doesn't, and she basically has like a realization that she shouldn't do what she does. And there's like a descriptor of her like bouncing her boobs up and down. That's in a Western book, by the way, and it's supposed to educate girls that you should be true to yourself and not give in to like people wanting you for different things. Banhosu? I can't remember what it's called. It was just so long ago. I can't remember. It was a book. It was about a girl, and she was like a middle schooler or a high schooler. And it's supposed to be like negative. Like, yes, it's descriptive. It's supposed to make you feel uncomfortable. It's completely different. You're putting Western standards, Japanese standards, what they don't understand is just a gag. But that's not even the point. There are Western medias of authors writing uncomfortable situations. Does that mean that uncomfortable uncomfortable situations in Western media involving younger people cannot be written because it's written by an adult? Is that like, is that where we're gonna draw the line? A book about a girl who showed boom and drowned the whole world? I can't remember what it was called. I wish I could find it. The synopsis that I had was terrible, but like, you kind of get the point. It's supposed to be like a story about a young girl. Wonder what she would think about Berserk if she saw the anime. Oh, well, you know, Casca's of age and it's uncomfortable, but like, at least she's an adult. It's like, I don't know, it's just stupid, man. There's so many brutal, like, nasty books in Western media. Yeah, Western media is no better, man. I feel like this is such a... You're grasping at straws. And again, I wish I could play the video on stream, but it shows... it shows a little bit of not safe for work. Unfortunate.
Everyone.
Oh, they're all over each other and they're totally naked. No, they're not naked. It's a misunderstanding. Ah! Like, this is so 100% out of context. The anime's not banned, by the way, in the same way that she also, like, implies that all manga artists that stay anonymous are pedophiles. It's such a disingenuous argument, man. Wasn't that a ref point too? She's gonna rationalize her audience. Yeah, she's misrepresenting facts. She also completely misrepresented Asmon's original point. He didn't say that he's for... He said that having a government entity control payment options, which are, by the way, very niche. There's like 3 or 4 payment companies total. Having them control giving publishers or like content creators the option to give them money and having those banned just because they don't like something is not okay. It's censorship. It's banned by this one niche group, literally airing on television. Yeah, Catcher in the Rye is banned in some schools. It means it's completely it's banned everywhere. One place banned it, so it means we're banning everywhere. Australia also banned Left 4 Dead, by the way, for being too gory. It was focused on the payment companies forcing censorship on the content. Yeah. Imagine you use MasterCard or Visa, which most of us do, by the way. It's a very common thing. They ban like you using your credit card or your debit card on Twitch because something happens at Twitch and they don't like it anymore. It's such a bad precedent. I'd use PayPal, then use that on Twitch. Okay, you don't get it, it's fine.